Today at Giallozafferano, we're going to prepare a very tasty dessert, tiramisù. The ingredients for our savoiardi: egg yolks, vanilla pod and sugar, egg whites and sugar, flour and starch. And to conclude, for the pouncing, vanilla pod, sugar and icing sugar. Let's start the preparation for our savoiardi. First we're going to put the sugar in the planetary bowl. Then the vanilla pod. We have to cut it across. I'll open it, and the aromatic part is inside. I'm going to put the vanilla seeds inside the sugar. I'm going to pour the egg yolks. I start mixing the planetary at the highest speed. Preparation takes about 12 minutes. Have you seen how deep are the grooves? The egg yolks and sugar mixture is ready. The bowl where we have to beat the egg whites has to be very clean. The egg whites can't have yellow bits inside. I'm going to pour the egg whites inside the mixer bowl and start mixing them without the sugar. I'm going to take the sugar and add 10% of it. Then I'm going to add the rest very slowly. Egg whites are ready, as you can see. Even if I put it upside down, it doesn't move from its position. If it has lumps, I can promise you that our savoiardi will be a total failure. I'll mix the flour with the starch. I'm going to sift the mixture twice to get a smoother mix of the two powders. I'll take a spatula, the egg yolks, and put some of the egg whites inside the egg yolks. Then I'm going to try and mix the two mixtures together. It doesn't matter whether you stir from right to left, from left to right, the important thing is that you stir from bottom to top. Pour 1/3 of the powders inside, 1/3 of the egg whites, another third of the powders, the rest of the egg whites and the rest of the powders. Stir slowly, and it's going to be one of the lightest savoiardi that you're going to find. Here's your dough. I'm going to take a piping bag. I'm going to put smooth top number 14. Going to put the bag inside and turn it inside out, so that I don't get my hands dirty, and I can manage the mixture better. I'll use a Tarocco bowl scraper. I suggest you to use a Tarocco because if you use a Marisa spatula, you'll need many more scrapings and your mixture is going to flatten out. I'm going to take an oven pan with oven paper on top. I'm going to start shaping my savoiardi. Savoiardi are long, more or less 10 centimeters. I'm going to take the sugar, the vanilla pod, and carve it down its length. I'm going to open it. As you can see, it's full of seeds, which are the aromatic part. I'm going to put them inside the sugar, mix them so that the sugar gets flavored. Like this, we'll have strongly flavored sugar, thus giving the savoiardi an extraordinary taste. I'd like to remind you that vanilla boosts appetite and increases your desire to eat. So if you want to surprise your family and your friends, it's a little secret that will bring everyone together round the table. I'll sprinkle some sugar on top, and at the end, some icing sugar. The sugar on top is there for a reason, because the biscuit is very light, and at the structural scaffolding limit, the sugar will provide a shield of vapor and will let it maintain its shape during the cooking time. Without sugar, we'll have a flat biscuit. Cooking instructions: 200 degrees, open valve for 10-11 minutes. Here's our improvised but efficient valve. And here are our biscuits. Other than the predicted timing, what should lead you is their colour. A perfect golden hazelnut colour. As you can see, a wonderful savoiardo, very light. At the end, you're going to eat a cloud of sweet. Let's start the preparation of our custard. The ingredients: egg yolks, sugar, vanilla pod, lemon peel, rice or corn starch, or the traditional white flour, milk. We'll prepare it with a gentle way of cooking, which is bain-marie. Let's put a saucepan with water on the stove and take it to boil. Put a bowl inside to cook the cream. In the meanwhile, pour the milk in a smaller saucepan. Grate 1/3 of the lemon peel. Grate only the yellow part, not the white one. Otherwise the cream is going to be bitter and not very nice. Carve the vanilla pod to take the seeds out. Normally a vanilla pod should be about 16 centimeters minimum. 18 centimeters is the perfect size. Remember, vanilla boosts appetite. Put the vanilla inside the milk and take it to boil. Why do we boil the milk? Because it gains 90 degrees. Take a slightly bigger bowl. Pour the sugar, the starch, and we dry stir them, so we won't have any lumps. Pour the egg yolks, mix them. Someone may have the habit to whip the egg yolks with the sugar. It's totally useless, because when the custard cools down, it goes back to its original volume. Time wasted for nothing. An ideal tool, a quick digital thermometer that can control the custard's temperature. Which is the ideal cooking temperature? Well, it depends on the number of egg yolks used. Remember, the egg yolk starts clotting at 52 degrees and stops at 67 degrees, then it degenerates. Anyway, the cream's cooking point is much higher than 67. With this number of egg yolks, it has to get to 92 degrees, but it has to reach it really quickly. And as soon as it gets to the temperature, we have to cool it down fast and bring it below the cooking point, which is 52. This is the perfect way to get a shiny, dense and extraordinary custard, and without lumps. If you use egg yolks, which are more yellow, they'll give colour to your custard, and it's going to be tastier to eat, not only with your mouth, but also with your eyes. Our milk is boiling. Now we have to be quick. Pour 20% of the milk, let's smoothen the density of the egg yolks. pour half of it, and then the rest. Now pour the mixture in the bain-marie, which is the most ancient way of cooking. Somebody says it was invented in Moses' times, somebody even further back. But there is more or less a difference of 100 years. Let's say it's half history and half mythology. Here's our custard, which is changing from liquid to a cream semi-solid mixture. I'm taking out of its cooking place. Let's get the bowl from the freezer. Here we are, so we can cool it down very quickly. I have to bring it below 52 degrees, so I can obtain and keep it creaminess. But if I go below 10 degrees, I also get its pasteurization. As you can see, it's easy to do it, a few moments to make something extraordinary. Amazing someone with a lot of ingredients can be easy. But if you amaze them making something simple, that's geniality. And this one here is within your reach. Can you see how shiny it is? When it's this shiny, you can call it custard. If it's more dense, it's called sugary mush. The custard has reached the right temperature to be stored in the fridge. I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of sugar so that there won't be any crust on the surface. I'll scrape clean the bowl and I'll put it in the fridge at 4 degrees. In 10 minutes we're going to use it to make our tiramisu. The ingredients for the dip: water, sugar to make the syrup, coffee. Let's start to make the dip. First the water, then sugar. When it boils, we add the coffee. In order to avoid making a mistake during the cooking phase, never put the sugar before the water. If you put the saucepan on the stove and put the sugar in, it's easily going to get burned, and it's totally going to change its taste. If you put water beforehand, that is never going to happen. I'll take a casserole and pour the coffee. Sugar and water have made a syrup through boiling. I add them to the coffee, stir it with a whip, and put it in the fridge to cool down. For the tiramisu cream, we are going to use mascarpone cheese, cream, jelly powder, boiling water, crème patisserie that we just made. Do you know what patisserie means? Someone who mixes flour. They hadn't invented sugar yet. Let's start making the tiramisu cream. Take the boiling water and add the jelly powder and mix. Then leave it like this for a while. Take the mascarpone cheese, put it in the planetary bowl, and start stirring with the lowest speed mode. Pour some liquid cream in the mixer and try and mix them up, trying to smoothen the mascarpone density. If needed, you can raise the speed. You have to add the liquid cream slowly to avoid the mascarpone cheese's lumps. The lumps have gone. I pour the patisserie cream. Clean the bowl with a spatula and add the jelly. Add the rest of the cream. Let's see how the grooves grow inside the cream as it gets whipped by the mixer. Our cream is ready. It has to be smooth, light and creamy. It has to give a sense of creaminess that will make you want to eat the cream before doing the tiramisu. Here are the ingredients and the tools to make your tiramisu. Tiramisu cream, finger biscuits savoiardi, dip, cake ring or rings, plates, chocolate squares, cocoa, butter and sugar for the ring, disposable gloves, optional, piping bag topper for decorations with small holes, Tarocco spatula, piping bag with top number 14, cling film to place around the plate so it won't get dirty, with dip in cocoa, and have fun. I start by covering the plate with a cling film. I take some soft butter, spread it around the ring in a thin and smooth layer. I take a small bowl and the sugar, put the sugar around the ring on the butter. The sugar will get wet, touching the buttercream, and it will create a syrup that will permit us to take the tiramisu off the ring without damaging it. The film protects the plate from getting dirty, mostly when I'm going to sprinkle the cocoa on top at the end to complete the tiramisu. I put the gloves on and take the piping bag. Then I put the bag in the top so that the cream doesn't come out. Turn inside out the bag and put the cream inside. Then I'll put the cream on the bottom, starting from around the ring. I'm taking my savoiardi and dipping them completely in the coffee syrup. This means my savoiardo must be a slightly thick coffee. And remember, tiramisu is the only coffee dessert that has worldwide success. Then I keep going with my layers of cream. Savoiardi, like I was saying before, really have to be soaked. My opinion on tiramisu. Tiramisu is the Italian family's dessert. I could say that it's true love's dessert, the love that never ends, mother's love, the ones that prepare everything for you with love. In fact, there's no mother in history that hasn't whipped the egg yolk with the sugar. In the northern regions, they've always put some coffee and biscuits, and in the south ones, a bit of masala. And they used to say to children, eat this, they'll cheer you up. And it's always been the symbol of energy, something extraordinary. But what surprises me, other than the battles to recall the paternity or maternity for this dessert, I'll say that the dessert is of all Italians. Somebody could object, why tiramisu with cream? You know, today we're not going to eat just something heavy, but we're eating its volume. Fullness doesn't come from what we eat, but from the volume of the things we eat. That's the way to make a dish ideal as a dessert. At the beginning of the 3rd millennium, we increase its volume with cream. But what is cream? Cream is enriched milk, and mascarpone cheese is a sour cream. It doesn't change much. Use a bent spatula. It's going to help you with the preparation. Always keep the ring as a base. And try and create a little dome that we are going to enhance with the last savoiardi layer. And here is our tiramisu. It has come up, so it has honored its name. Take the top and finish your work. We are going to put it in the fridge for 15 minutes and a sprinkle of cocoa on top, like snow to change a winter story. I'm going to show you in a bit. Here is the last touch. And here from Giallozafferano, cheer up with my tiramisu.